From News Channel 7, time for 7 First Alert weather.
Starting out this evening with some great sunsets around Boise. Got the crayons out here, and as you take a look at this, of course, you couldn't do that with crayons, I don't think. But you could see, of course, with the sunset, this is from last night. Thank you, Stacy, for sharing that with us. And you can still see these pulse-type storms around the area, which means, you know, these scattered areas of clouds. That's pretty much what we have for tonight, too. And so some areas are going to get wet. Other areas stay dry, and looking ahead to likely a pretty nice sunset for this evening. As we're on the subject and showing colors in the orange and reds, well, we were in the 80s today. Many spots were in the lower 80s. Boise did have a high temperature today of 87, and Twin Falls not far behind with the high temperature of 86 degrees. Most of the mountains had temperatures in the 70s. Yeah, those winds were blowing today, too. We had some gusts up to 32 miles an hour. Look at this, even stronger in Ontario. That's part of those storms that moved through just about an hour ago, just to the west end of the valley. And so you could see that some of the gusty winds are around the area. So this 87 is pretty close to the average for this time of year of 89. 65 was low this morning. Averages, interesting enough, are a little cooler for this time of year, down to about 60 degrees. So to show you what's going on for tomorrow, we have another day where temperatures are in the 80s. This is a day to take advantage of. No thunderstorms, maybe some breezes every now and then, okay, as we're on the backside of these storms. But temperatures will be, because we're on the backside of these storms, still staying down into the lower 80s throughout most of the afternoon. And for right now, you see some of the storms around Ontario. As you take a look at the futurecast, here's the predictions for this evening. The question here is, are we going to be seeing any more storms for tonight? So as we started at 7 o'clock this evening, we're projecting up to about an hour. And you can see that about the next hour or so, there's a few storms out around Mountain Home. They're very isolated. They're very hard to basically say hit and miss where they're going to be. But they are these pulse-type storms that just kind of pick up with the afternoon heating. So it still could occur. But when we get on to about 9, 10 o'clock this evening, pretty much dries out. Even a little bit before that, it could pretty much dry out and stays that way till about Friday night. That's the next chance of a thunderstorm, and that's mainly in the mountains of eastern Oregon. So for the next several days, watch these temperatures rise, and then you'll see them dropping again as we head into the month of September. So kind of a nice thing. Here's the real heat, as you see out here to the southwest, and it stays there. We're going to be seeing those temperatures in the 80s, possibly getting to some 90s. You see some of the thunderstorms around the area, and of course, down here you can see just moving up just between Mountain Home as well as Boise, a chance of a few thunderstorms in those locations. So in the 7-day forecast, as you take a look at this, you can see 84 degrees for the high tomorrow, 89 for Thursday. Temperatures getting up there to the lower 90s for Saturday and Sunday, still summertime, and then cooling off a bit as we get into Monday and Tuesday. That's the weather. We're going to be back with more in just a moment.